Welcome to the Popish Plot. I'm Nate.
I'm Jessica.
And I'm Mike.
And we're here with you today on what I consider to be the strangest day.
Yesterday was rough.
Yesterday was rough.
Yesterday's always rough. And it ends with a note of great incompletion. Because as much as we throw ourselves into the experience, we know how the story ends.
Yeah, it's really kind of like the cliffhanger for a book that you've already read to the end.
But we know how it ends. But yeah, but we're not there yet.
No, yeah.
So we're here. You know, yesterday was rough.
Yesterday was rough.
Tonight's going to be great.
The day before it was also not entirely pleasant. I mean, but just 2 days ago we were in Lent, and tomorrow everything will be better. But well,
Tomorrow I'm going to eat my weight in Cadbury eggs.
it's not tomorrow yet.
How are you going to buy that many Cadbury eggs? They keep making them smaller and smaller.
God will provide.
The multiplying of the Cadbury
The
eggs.
multiplication of the egg.
The GoFundMe for Cadbury eggs.
You're right, though. They do keep shrinking.
They keep shrinking, and they keep making the contents less creamy and more sugary.
Well, that's just the general cheapening of the world. So, again,
I remember when you got like an ooey gooey kind of a thing, though.
yeah, strange days. Cadbury eggs even have given up the ghost. No, we don't know what to do with ourselves. I mean, sure, you can like take a nap for later, but it's a weird day.
It is.
Yes.
And
You're gonna get dressed up early to go to church and sit there for a good long while, because if you want a good seat,
you gotta get there.
You gotta get there early.
Mm-hmm. Then
I mean, if you want a really good seat, you got to be in RCIA, but that's a whole other story.
well, they're the guests of honor.
They are. Just saying that doesn't work for everybody.
If you're Jess, you normally have the same terrible seat in the back.
Mm-hmm.
What do you mean? I get to see whatever the action is, because that's where the camera's pointed.
Fair enough. She gets a very mediated
And
experience.
today,
Although-
this year, she actually gets a pretty decent seat, given that she's a sponsor.
Good for you. Help to snatch a soul away from Satan.
Although that is resulting in a teenager and a person who started training a month ago in charge of the screens.
I have full confidence. She's a highly capable teenager.
And the person who just started training also seems to be very capable. So
She was super excited when she, learned that it comes with dinner.
yes.
You're going to be here all day. We don't need you passing out.
Well, she's been
In
in
fact, we
fairness.
quite need you not passing out.
In fairness, and this right there is a testament to why you should check and see if you're not already volunteering to do stuff around the church, whether or not there is anything you can do, because she has been super excited at like every single step of the way. Mm-hmm. The moment she showed up, she was super excited. When she found out that there was a Eucharistic minister that came to minister to the people who were in the back during the whole of church, she was super excited because she wasn't missing out on that part.
Everything's just super exciting.
Everything is super exciting, and so if you can, and you're not already, you should try to see if there's a ministry around the church that you can help out with.
Might be a little late to read at the Easter Vigil, but there's next year.
Yeah.
I mean, at the very least, if they know how to get wax off of wood, they're going to need to clean. Like, this coming week, we need to clean all the wax off all the pews.
Well, especially because we get all the wax all over the church just before the biggest day when we invite in all the people that only come once or twice a year.
Yeah.
Welcome back to church. I know you're sitting in wax. It's fine.
Yeah, I mean, I was pointing out to someone who let their baby hold a palm at Palm Sunday that, liturgically they're allowed a candle, but as their parent, you can be like, we're not lighting it.
Fire and infants, not great combination.
They're baptized. They're allowed. It's in the rubrics.
Allowed does not mean should.
Yes. The one with the 5-year-old's thinking, maybe. But,
Maybe.
the one who's not one is like, yeah, that's not happening.
No. Nope, nope, nope. And the 5-year-old's like, depends on how rambunctious they are that day.
Speaking of palms, I was trying to look into where our particular variety of palms come from.
Ooh.
And in doing so, I found this has nothing to do with Weird Saturday. But in doing
But
so,
it's a weird day, so we're going off topic. Unlike every other show.
But in doing so, I found that 4 places where palms are not easy to come by, and where
not the number.
No, just where
4 places where.
Gotcha. 4
Gotcha.
places
For
where
those places
where palms are not easy to come by, they can go with a variety of different things. And one of the ones that I heard, one that I read about, was swamp willow. You probably don't recognize it.
Not by that name.
Because here in the Midwest of America, they're typically referred to as cattails.
Oh, obviously. Well, because we use the right names for everything here in the Midwest.
Exactly. Now, what's funny about this is I sort of looked at that and said, that sounds like a terrible idea.
No, that sounds great.
They have the leaves. The leaves look the same.
Right, but one of the girls went and said, why is that such a terrible idea? I'm like, well, think about all the 6- and 7-year-old boys. You give them a palm, and the first thing that they start doing is whacking each other with it because it's like a sword.
Yeah.
I'm like, imagine if you gave them a cattail. It's basically a giant dead dandelion.
Mm-hmm.
The whole church is going to be filled with cattail seed.
Yep.
Well, then they'll have a crop for next year.
Yeah.
You just grow it around the baptismal font.
Says the person who would probably be allergic to them if there was cattail seed all over the place.
So just imagine that we put up this part of the episode last Sunday for Palm Sunday.
Yeah.
Again, it's a weird day.
It's a weird day.
It's a weird day.
Although Violet is enjoying this day.
What does Violet enjoy so much about Holy Saturday?
Well, she is the only one in the household who's allowed to just sleep in liminal spaces. So she's quite comfortable. She's like, this day is blocking everyone's way, and I like it.
She sleeps wherever she wants to.
This day is right in a public walkway. But I'm a puppy, so I don't care.
Nope.
It's good to be a puppy. So,
go ahead.
Please.
No, I was gonna bring us to a close. So if you had something,
I was just gonna say. So, hope you're enjoying your weird day.
Yeah, hope you you're enjoying your strangest day of the year.
Because you can't even go to church until night anyway.
No.
Well, you might be able to, but nothing's happening.
Sure.
Besides practicing for.
No,
Sure.
It's weird because as we've pointed out in long past episodes, you never really hear the Sunday masses. Unless you're going to like a funeral or a wedding on Saturday, you never hear really the readings for the Saturday.
Masses.
But there are technically no readings for this Saturday.
Nope. No mass until tonight.
Yeah, and that technically, because it has to happen it can't begin before dusk, is a Sunday mass. So technically, all the readings that you could possibly hear on this day of all days is a Sunday reading.
Yep.
Although they make up for it by reading the entire Old Testament.
Yes, they do read the entirety of the Bible.
9 readings in total. I love the vigil. It's awesome.
So, if you're not already going to your Easter vigil, consider asking.
You should go.
Consider asking the question, why not? Our church has long used the slogan that it's the only place to be.
It's the only place to be.
And it really is. If you've never attended a Easter vigil, then maybe you need to change your plans for today, because this could be the day that you go and experience the most magnificent of all masses that the church can do.
Yep. There's everything. You almost set people on fire.
Yep. You've got baptisms, you've got confirmations, you've got first communions.
Every once in a while, they attempt to name every saint in heaven during the litany.
Yes.
If you've got
I like when they put all the Teresas together.
You get to hear the exultet.
Yes, if your priest or deacon are not too dour on themselves, they go crazy with the holy water and the incense.
It's like a hose of holiness.
Yeah, and they fill that place with smoke, man.
Mm-hmm. It's glorious. It's all the things.
We have a fire inside church, usually. And usually on the inside. Occasionally we've had it outdoors, but
we're continuing doing it inside. It's just much better.
It's easier.
It's more controlled, so it's counterintuitively it's safer.
all the readings. You get essentially the entirety of the gospel message from Adam and Eve straight on up through Jesus' resurrection.
Before Adam and Eve.
Before Adam and Eve.
Back
The
to the creation.
creation. Mm-hmm. From the creation, straight on through to Jesus' resurrection, all the high points get hit.
I mean, I think they have so many psalms that some of the psalms aren't psalms, but other books. Because every once in a while they have the psalm that's actually from a different book of the Bible.
Yeah. The psalm from Isaiah or the psalm from Daniel.
And they will be bringing back the word that for 40 days now we have been unable to use in Mass.
Farfignugan? No, that's not a Mass word.
That's not a Mass word. But you're on the right track.
Flibberty gibbet.
Yeah, we're not going to say it because we have to wait. Because it's the weird day.
Which is why we're going to stick with Flibberty Gibbet. They say Flibberty Gibbet. If you don't know what Flibberty Gibbet is, then you need to be going to Mass more often.
Also, they bring back the Gloria for, like, realsy. Because there's, you know, the occasional days that you get to say the Gloria during Lent.
Mm-hmm. But this is the Gloria. Yeah.
And if you have a half-decent music ministry, they go all out for that Gloria.
All the smells and all the bells.
That and the Flibberty Gibbet. The Flibberty Gibbet, I mean, the lights come up. We have
the lights usually come up on Gloria.
Yeah,
You're the New Testament in the light.
That's true.
Yeah.
We already have the lights up. But we have the we usually have like the bell ringers, so everything the whole church just suddenly feels alive.
Yeah. Yes, we're ringing the bells in the F key. We already discussed that. We were trying to get Deacon Omar to do 3 laps around the entire church for the Trinity, but you know.
We're trying not to push that guy too hard, right?
Well, he started it. He's like around the whole church. We're like, yeah, do it 3 times. Go ahead.
Where is Victoria?
She wasn't at the meeting.
You realize. I think he's feeling pretty all right because he and I'm glad he gets his fried fish and fries every week at the fish fry.
Well, that's just to make life worth living.
Well,
and I'm glad for that, but I still want him to be careful so that he can continue doing at least 1 lap for many, many years to come.
Yes, and I don't think we picked up the checkered flag, so he knows when he's on his last.
So it's a weird day, but it's going to have an awesome, awesome ending.
Yep. And we encourage you to be a part of it if you are not planning to already.
It's the place to be.
So go down below and leave us a comment. Tell us what you do for your strange day. Once upon a time, we would go out for Chinese food at a late lunch, early dinner.
If you're a follower of Catholic media, tell us how many different priests and or laymen quote from the Office of Readings that one reflection about what a strange day it is.
I'm going to go with everyone who is quoting from the Office of Readings.
Yeah, again, it's beautiful, but everyone does it of late.
And while you're down there, hit the like button, the subscribe button, and the bell next to it so you get notified when the newest episode comes out. And until next time, remember to live your faith.
Love your faith.
And share that love. That and the...
We're saying that.
Oh, shoot.
Now we just start Lent again.
No.
All right. Break out the ashes.
Where's my sackcloth? I think it's over there.